So at the time around the corner, and we have to begin our startup showcase right now. Dear members, friends, and guests, good afternoon, and thank you for joining our ABGA Startup Showcase Day. I'm Chloe from ABGA, and it's my pleasure to be a host today. Some of you may already know and be familiar with ABGA, but others may not. First, let me briefly introduce ABGA and today's event. ABGA stands for Asia Blockchain Gaming Alliance, a non-profit organization dedicated to helping the further development of the blockchain gaming industries. To fulfill our vision, we continuously expand our member ecosystem and to generate industries analytic reports and host various online and offline events. Starting from March, we upgrade the previous matchmaking events, which only opens to our ABGA members into startup showcase. So more exciting teams or projects can have the opportunity to showcase their great project. We will host the events once a month and invite 10 exciting teams to present during the event and help them make more connections within the industries. Today, we will have 10 projects, which is TownStory Galaxies, XTRA, BlockGames, Endless Webverse, Ascendant, Xmultiverse, CarrieVerse, Mori, Ajuna Network, and Mhaya and Mhaya join us. I will share today's showcase Dealflows in our chat room. Please be aware of it. All of them are exciting teams from the sectors or blockchain games, NFTs, and Metaverse. Each of them will have 15 minutes to introduce more about their project. We will and we'll also record today's events and upload onto ABGA's YouTube channels for everyone to refer to. So let's look forward to their presentations. By the way, if you are interested in connecting with these teams, whether for investments or other or partnership corporations, do not hesitate to contact anyone from ABGA or just scan code on my background here and leave your message. Our teams will help within the connections. Thank you. And now I would like to announce that our startup showcase officially begins. And let's welcome our first team, Echo, investors or TownStory Galaxy to give their presentations. Let me give you a brief introduction about TownStory Galaxies. TownStory Galaxies is a F2P Web3 social simulations game developed by XTRA studios who make farm view users can build their own towns in the game, interacting with players from all over the world and trade NFTs in the open world. So let's welcome our today's speakers from TownStory. Hello, Echo, are you here?
Okay, I can hear you guys. And can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Also, can you hear the shared screen?
Yes, you can share the screen. Sorry for the interruption. Could you please close your microphone because I can hear the big noises from your microphone. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will introduce our project. And good afternoon, guys. I'm the ambassador of the TownStory Galaxy. So our project is a community-driven crypto social game ecosystem, which aims at free-to-play, time-to-own, and it's an AIGC Web3 game. So TownStory Galaxy is the F2P Web3 social simulation game, which will develop into the Web3 version of Animal Crossing and grows into a great social game user platform. It is a social product suitable for mass adoption and targeting Web2 white-collar users. And we currently is in the CBT phase, and the participation and enthusiasm of internal testing users are very high, and it is expected to be officially launched within 2 months. And it's our backboard. Web3 is experiencing with the normal forms of ecosystem, and communities are driving public goods funding for new projects, and governance is moving beyond simple token voting, and DAOs are becoming formal legal entitles. And we believe it is crypto games that will drive innovation, growth, adoption of the next ecosystem, and Web3 games are the huge opportunity to onboard new users into crypto world. And so what do game developers really care about? First is the distribution and player acquisition. Second is the access to powerful enablers and accelerants. It's about experience, adversary, and touring. And third is to creating a most immersive gaming experience, refined UA operation approach, attract traditional users, retained and engaged. So it's come to our game highlights. So players first exchange Myland TK NFT with the NPC by picking up materials in the open world. With the NFT, players can build islands and they can build their own towns in the game and interact with players from all over the world and trade NFTs in the open world. And we take the form of token synthesis. Everyone finds, creates, builds, and socializes on a board new social ecosystem, and it has been gradually developing. And so the first K of us is the high playability. We belong to the simulation business game. It is casual games plus social attributes, plus player self-development features, and it can easily make it for users to get started, and player can enter the game more smoothly. And a token economic model is that conforms to user psychologies. Users can come in directly and play the game first, and then become familiar with the game process and become addicted and form user stickiness before performing the operation of the banding assets. And users enter the game with a lower threshold. And we can continue the videos. And as you can see, if your game doesn't have enough bits, it is bound to end up in the death spiral. And in order to avoid the death spiral, we have set up 3 stages in the game. It is farm, build, and fold. So as you can see, it is our open world stage. So to avoid the death spiral, we set up the farm, build, and grow stage. And each stage has designed a different gameplay, allowing users to achieve a sustainable cycle in the process of self-cultivation through continuous positive cash flow, subsidize users, and attract more users to the game to earn incomes through the ever-increasing wheel. And during the build phase, players can choose between the production buildings and decorative buildings. Production buildings are represented by factories, through which players produce and process different commodities, such as processing milks and egg. And along the way, players complete special orders and earn Garrus token. Other in-game friends can check the player himself and view his island by entering the player's domain, or click on his small island directly through the friend's address book. And in the process of using decorative buildings, we have brought a large number of real users and transaction volume to promoting the transaction volume of the GARA's token of the game itself, and in the end, complete the excellent economic circle. And we will open the player's island to friends to visit. If production buildings are built, players' income will come from productions and groups. If you build a decorative buildings, the income comes from the interaction and transaction of various friends after they entering the island. Therefore, there is the social interaction of that generates the user's income. Cooperate with various project parties. For various projects such as domain name project and NFT project and so on, we can provide real in-game application scenario based on the previous Web2 experience in traditional game development. It has connected thousands of or even millions of users for various partners, coupled with the characteristic of social games, and we will create a healthier ecosystem. And this is our game mode. So we have three game modes. In the farm mode, players can build freely by planting food and then waiting to receive the food, mainly based on the time strategy, and earning money through time to receive food. You can choose a variety of fruits to plant, such as wheat, corn, strawberry, and so on, showing the video. And after planting, trade includes during the fulfillment of base shape order, Yao-Cheat order, and transport order. And we all have two others moves. Oh. And in the adventure mode, players explore on the large map of the open world, searching for more installers, resources, treasures, and friends, mainly based on multiplayer social moves. Players need to go on an adventure with their friends to collect more treasures and treasure chests, to collect information or some rare source resource or NFT fragments. And in the later stage, we will cooperate with more other project parties to scatter the fragments on the map. On the map, so players can also open treasure chests alone, redeem user rewards by collecting treasure chests and NFT fragments. And in the later stage, we will aid the function of stealing food in the game. So it is what we have the all three modes, which will greatly increase the fun of the game and the token consumption scenario. And in the quest mode, players gain rewards by completing tasks, mainly based on the space strategy. And we will give players different tasks according to their understanding of the game. Player can choose faster, more efficiency, and more economical method, so as to complete tasks faster and earn more money. And it's our tokenomic. There will be many upgrade rules in the game. Players need to earn more games tokens to complete the construction and upgrade of the house, and finally upgrade from the simple small house to a big house. Larger house means higher production efficiency. The time required for player orders to be completed will be shorter, and more game token will be earned. And game token and governance token are now incompatible, and game token are what you earn and consume in the game, while governance token can only be earned by completing special orders. And for players, there is a limit for each ID to earn the governance token per day. We will set special order in the game. Players need to complete the collection and production of various groups in the game before they can earn governance token. And for a single users, A farm on a small island cannot achieve rich and diverse crop production. So players need to collect all the crops required by the order through exchange or upgrade to earn government's token. And at the same time, we have set up a large number of consumption scenarios of game tokens required for upgrades in the game. For the government's token, we made a 1.10 pledge so that we can ensure that the pledged token can be used for consumption. For example, government's token can be used to purchase and upgrade NFT postcard. In this way, the supply of government's token can be reduced and the selling pressure of the government's token can be reduced. The game token adopt the mode of unlimited generation and unlimited consumption. But if player want to buy high-level tools, NFT, and game character, they need to pledge their TSC, then obtain as TSC to consume. In the future cooperation of decorated buildings with other project party, we can first put their logo on the decorated buildings to make exclusive decorated building for project party. Second, provide user with a variety of decorated building options for the project party. And we will also carry out the in-depth cooperation with the NFT community, such as customizing some clothes with the community logo and rewarding community user as airdrop. And we will also customize the user private NFT avatar medal, and the user can enjoy special benefits in the game according to the special medal. Wait a minute. I will close the window first. Pardon. And it's our core team. The team has the 10 years of experience in mobile game development, and it is good at making simulated business social game. And as for our development groups, all of them is from Linga, the Excellent group, whose fan value has a maximized monthly turnover of 100 million US dollars. And it's our roadmap. We TownStories are the first crypto social games on the upturn Nova, who has a board consensus and is supported by a number of Web3 games enthusiasts and collaborated with over 115 communities. And the undergoing CBT testing happens on the Nova chain, and it is expected to be officially launched at the end of June. And we TownStory Galaxy has partners with many NPC wallets and DID and SocialFi platform already. It is to provide new infrastructure users to all the Web2 and Web3 users. So that's all of our projects. Thank you, guys. And that's the Twitter and Discord. And if you are interested in our project, you can screen the pictures. And thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Echoes, and thank you, TownStory Galaxy. Because of the time constraint, so we didn't set a QA session today. And if you want to connect with the team, ask more questions and talk about more details, please contact our colleagues from ABGA teams or scan the code on my background for help and connections. Or you can also text your message or questions in our message box is in this meeting. And let's welcome XTRA team. So let me give you a brief introduction about XTRA. XTRA is a gamer identical protocol that enables gamers to own and move their reputations across games. Para XTRA, founders of XTRAs, will give us more details about the projects. Hi, Paras.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me here.
Hi. And you can share your screen now.
Of course. Thank you. Is it visible now?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining in, and thank you so much, Kiwi, for having me here. I am Paras, and I'm co-founder of XTRA, which is, like you mentioned, it's a gamer identity protocol that enables gamers to own and move their reputation across games. Okay, a little bit about the founder's background. So me, Paras, and Ayush, we are both the co-founders of this. We've known each other for more than a decade, and before this, we both of us graduated from one of the top tech universities in India called IITs, and then we formed our first venture together, which went on to become one of the largest headphones brand in India. So we had more than 1 million paying users, more than 1 million, and more than $5 million in revenue. So we exited from the company last year. So we have built a company, we've scaled a company, and we've exited one. And majority of the paying users there in the previous company were actually gamers. So we have spent a lot of time very closely with gamers, and that's why we understand the gamer market also very well. Uh, One of the biggest problems that we saw uh, during our previous journey was that the gamer identity is actually broken. Like, people build a very strong identity, a very strong reputation in one game, but it's not really theirs, because let's say if you are a level 100 player in Call of Duty, when you go to another shooting game, you're suddenly level 0, because you can't take your reputation from one place to another. So even if you're a skilled gamer, high reputation gamer, you don't get any benefits in other games. So identity and reputation should be owned by people. That is what we believe in. That is why we feel that there should be on-chain gamer reputation graph for gamers, like, which tells their journey of skill and reputation and achievements across multiple games. Like, and that can be done by capturing their gameplay data, and then based on these on-chain gamer reputation graphs, Web2 or Web3 games can offer asset unlocks, game passes, boosters, rare skins to attract these high reputation gamers. Because, see, the thing is that the gamers who have highest skill and highest reputation are also highest lifetime value consumers for the game. So these are very, very important users for the game, and games want to attract very high reputation gamers, because today, whatever users join them on their Web3 game, they don't really stay, because they came for, like, they're from a low quality quest or something, and they were not really gamers. So games want to attract high reputation gamers, but they're not able to. With these on-chain reputation graphs that we are building, they'll be able to do that. And then based on their reputation, they can unlock boosters or assets for them inside the game. So this is what we are building. So how are we creating gamer reputation graphs right now? So, like I said, we need gameplay data to make these on-chain gamer reputation graphs. So what we do is that we games create daily challenges and tournaments as smart contracts on Extra. So they host on our platform, and then whoever participates in those tournaments which have a bounty, we get their on-chain data and off-chain data, which is like the gameplay data for these participants. Then we turn this gameplay data into proof of play or proof of reputation by using soulbound tokens or a unified XP system. XP is like experience points in a game. So a unified XP system, we issue soulbound tokens to establish that they are high reputation gamer and they have this particular skill, which is related to their gameplay data. So with these soulbound tokens and XP rewards, they get a gamer reputation graph on Extra, which is what we call a gamer identity profile on Extra. Now, what games do is games come and organize more XP gated or soulbound token gated challenges and tournaments to attract these high reputation gamers from Extra, and so on, so forth. The loop goes on. So, for example, if we partner with 10 games, we do tournaments with them. So we get, let's say, 100 users from each game. Now the game one wants to attract all high reputation users from other 9 games also who partner with us. So they keep creating these XP gated or soulbound token gated tournaments to attract high reputation gamers who have come from other games on Extra. And that is why more and more tournaments keep happening. So our user count keeps going up for high reputation gamers. So with this gamer reputation graph is the foundation of the gamer identity protocol that we are building. So this is how it looks like. Let's say a daily challenge comes on the platform, like 1,000 XP. and 50 XP is the entry. There can be a USDT reward also to play this. And whoever plays this, we have API connections with the game. So we get the gameplay data and we award them XPs and soulbound tokens to create their on-chain reputation graph. So a good parallel for this is actually like the way Lens protocol is for social graph, XTRA is for gamer achievement or gamer reputation graph, right? So anyone will be able to access it with the user's permission and give them special attention and boosters and perks. This is the protocol architecture. The base is the protocol where two things are mainly happening. A, the game is able to completely define in their game, like what are the top achievements. They can define, let's say they can divide their whole game into 10 big achievements and assign a certain XP against that and decide a soulbound token against that. So they can design all this on our protocol to define what is a good achievement in their game. And then we will have these on-chain reputation graphs of people who are participating in our daily challenges and tournaments, which are also hosted by games. Once we have these two things, these are the top one is the application layer. What all applications can be built? One, I said XP gated challenges by games to acquire new users. User acquisition is like the biggest problem for Web3 games right now. And they want good quality user acquisition. Today, they use normal questing platforms and all where people come, like and retweet and claim their whatever one USDT, but those users don't stay. They want gamers. So we can be the perfect platform for Web3 games to acquire high reputation gamers. So which are XP gated or soulbound token gated. Basically, they have achieved something. And then it can also become a platform where competitive tournaments happen by gaming communities. So one thing is that, of course, games can organize tournaments, but gamer communities can also organize tournaments among people who have high reputation. Correct? So that's another use case. And then this XP system, soulbound token achievement system, can also be given as white label solution for games. And dev community can also create apps tomorrow like gated whitelists or airdrops. Like, hey, we want to airdrop certain NFTs to all the top reputation gamers of these three games. So they can create these things on our protocol because we have all that data about the users. We are building this very closely with a solid lineup of partner games. We are partnered with more than 20 games right now. These are some of the top ones. Like Glyph is a first-person shooter game, MMORPG, and then OP Games is a casual and hyper-casual Arcadia games. GameSwift, Mythic Games. We also have ecosystem partners like Mantle, from where we got like 20-25 games we are partnering with right now. Okay, we're building this very closely with these people. This is how the roadmap looks like. In the Q3 of this year, we'll be partnering with games and gaming communities to launch these tournaments and challenges, because of which the on-chain reputation graphs will be built. And then people can create XP-gated tournaments to acquire high reputation gamers. Third is that once we have enough gamer identity profiles or enough reputation graphs on XTRA, then games can integrate a button called sign in with XTRA. So if anyone signs in with XTRA in their game, they can get all the reputation of data of that user across multiple Web2 and Web3 games, which we have, and then they can treat them special based on that. White label solution is something I mentioned in the protocol architecture, and more cases by dev community. Eventually, we'll be decentralizing the XTRA protocol because these on-chain gamer reputation graphs need to be updated, maintained with time. More and more incentives have to be created. So eventually, the whole thing will be decentralized with an XTRA token. So that is somewhere like 1 year and a few months from now, we'll be doing that. We are really excited to build for this market. Like globally, there are more than 3 billion gamers now, and our solution is relevant because a gamer's reputation exists in Web2 world and Web3 world both. So we can also bring reputations from Web2 to Web3. So it's a fantastic market according to us, which we're building in. We're very excited for Web3 gaming as well. And so far we've been trusted and backed by one of the best angel investors in the world, like Sandeep from Polygon has personally put in, Aniket from Bioeconomy. We did raise an angel round before this. So we got fantastic builders who have done great products, great partnerships. And for the current round that we are raising, we already have a lead investor, Alpha Wave. Like they have confirmed participation in the round, and Polygon Studios is also in as a strategic investor, where of course they are financially also investing into the company, but also will be helping us with the ecosystem partnerships inside Polygon Studios. So that's a great advantage to have. And thank you so much for giving me time. Happy to answer any questions if you guys want. And feel free to connect with me by talking with Kiwi or someone. She has my details. I'll be happy to talk.
Okay, thank you, Paras, and thank you, extra teams. You've done a great job.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. I've put my Telegram also in the chat.
Okay, next, let's welcome Mhaya to give our presentations. Let me give you a brief introduction about Mhaya. Mhaya 2023 is a free play-to-earn NFT-based PEV or PvP game driven by the classic board games Monopoly. As a multi-chain game, Mhaya 2023 stands out with its free and stake dual pools, sorting by token liquidities consumed in-game daily rewarding players in an OT monopoly way. Let's welcome Patrudo Aguirre, Mhaya founders, to give us a presentation today. Hi, hello, Patrudo.
Hello, good morning, everyone. So thank you so much. I'm very happy for us to be here representing Mhaya today. And with me, we have our also CMO, Kema. So we will, present you the project, the two of us, so we make it a little bit more interesting. So guys, for today's presentation, we will have three parts. We're going to talk about Mhaya gameplay, Mhaya team, and Mhaya roadmap. Okay.
Hello.
So
sorry for the interruption. That I can't see your screen. Have you shared your screen now?
Yeah, my colleague will do.
Screen. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, Kema will quickly share with you the screen.
I still don't have the access, and yes.
Okay.
Can you see the screen now?
I see it now.
Yes, so we are ready to go. Yes, so thank you so much. So I'm Pedro, I'm the CEO of Mhaya. I have a background of over 13 years in video games, and I'm here to quickly introduce you Mhaya. So again, thank you so much for joining today. So Mhaya, it's a next generation GameFi, which is a Monopoly-like gameplay, which is easy, fun, fair, and with no entry fee. We made it, so we can massively reach casual audience, and our target audience will be from players from 18 years old to 35 years old. So I'll let my Kema go now.
Do you want to open the next slide?
Yes.
Okay, so let me just introduce you about the Mhaya gameplay. Here we have four main pillars of our gameplay. For highlights, I may say. First one is anti-monopoly innovation. I could rephrase it as a fair gameplay. So we have integrated chain link and randomization algorithm to make sure that our game is 100% secure and fair. And next step is a tokenomic model. So later in the deck, we will show the tokenomics and dual token model plus dual mining pool that opens up a lot of possibilities and opportunities for all players around the world. Third point of the game, I would say it's a game design, or also I could tell that it's a visual that attract users from the start, because in the end of the presentation, we're going to show you the closed beta version game already available on mobile devices. You're going to see the gameplay and how it looks like, and we would love to get your feedback on what you think. As a fourth step for the user acquisition, we also have planned a lot of marketing activities. It's all about organic growth of our company and our user base. So we have a huge grand contest planned to launch soon, and I will touch upon this basis a bit later after Pedro will share the information about our game more. And before we go into step, I also wanted to speak about game design, the game experience. We have never seen this simple game on a blockchain gaming space yet. And Mhaya is a casual GameFi. We call it casual GameFi of 2.0, which means a new generation of casual games. It does not take much of time, and it gives you the best possible gaming experience ever because users only need to roll the dice and let NFT character to take rest of the everything. Do you want to give some notes on that, Pedro, or should I move to the next
Yeah,
slide?
so it's very interesting. So we wanted to make the gameplay, as easy as possible. So players will, with only one click, because it's a board-like game, they will be able to roll the dice and start playing the game, and as well start earning Mhaya tokens. So regarding the tokenomics as well, we created 2 pools. So we made it with no entry fee, so everyone can join the game. So meaning the players that that want to join immediately the game, they just start playing the game, they harvest Mhaya tokens, and then they can get our NFT. For paying users, they can immediately as well stake Mhaya and get upgraded NFTs and get better rewards. But the best part of this game is fun for all, for all ages, like Monopoly. You can play at any time or at any level by yourself or with friends. So talking about the pre-game, in-game, and post-game. So in the pre-game, basically what we want to say about the pre-game is there is no upfront fee. So it's easy for you to play. No NFT requires. You just open the game, click the roll, dice the roll, and enjoy the game. We have a building-like world where people will grow their stack and as well grow their worlds and compare with other friends. While when we talk about the in-game, very simple very simple rules, and very easy for anyone to play. Just throw the dices. So we wanted to make it easy, safe, and fair, and reward all. So when we talk about the post game, we have created a few systems to ensure the fairness and make it easy for everyone. And we also make it deflationary, where we burn tokens every season to make sure that the users can enjoy the rewards. So maybe we can go to slide number 6. Yes. So regarding the NFT for all, so as mentioned, paid players, can stake their tokens and start getting higher level NFTs, whereas free players can start just by harvesting tokens on the game and then get their free NFT. So no upfront, no low barrier for any user to start enjoying the game. So when we talk about what we call it the AMP, so it's anti-monopoly proof. So why we do that? So why we want to make sure the users understand this, because we want to avoid the traditional GameFi issues, which is early diggers. When there is no control on a token supplier, bots or early diggers or big whales can amass most of the rewards, and we want to avoid that. And as well, deflationary tokenomics, we also want to make sure that we have a fair tokenomics. So in Mhaya case, we have created a 90 days seasonal pool where we have limited rewards during these 90 days, which will be divided by these 90 days, and it will be always fair for all the users. And as well for non-staking or no upfront fee, so anyone will be able to join and start earning tokens within our game. So when we talk about these two systems, MVAC and MPBS, so basically these are acronyms for Mhaya Vault anti-cheating system. So we were using Chainlink technology to randomize the numbers and make it transparent and fair, so users know that the number generated cannot be meddled with, and always make it fair. And as well, we also created a system called Prevent Black Swan System, which will avoid users to try to have a bank run, as we call it. So once you only have one NFT as a user, once you remove that NFT from the pool, basically all your data and assets generated during your game will be resetted to avoid such things. So going over this unique ID, so as mentioned, we have only one NFT, which you can upgrade by staking Mhaya, by joining or earning more Mhaya in the game. And this NFT basically records all your data. It needs to be, again, staked in the game. If it's not staked, it will be basically, it will take all and reset all your data to avoid players, staking in and staking out their NFT.
Thank you, Pedro. I'm gonna take over from here. So we planned GGC, which stands for Grand Game Contest, for our users, for our early birds who will be supporting game on our launch start. We plan to give out tokens in Mhaya and also the NFTs with higher yield of passive income. And that's gonna help us to achieve more users on the early stages, and also to maintain the brand publicity and also get more of visibility on the first beta period. And beta game launch is scheduled on July. I think that we are going with a plan. So by July, we're gonna have the beta testing app, and by third quarter of this year, we will be having App Store and Google Play integration. So in any mobile device, you will be able to play this game. So attention for that. Game Global Contest includes 4 steps into that. We're gonna have some competitions for different locals, different countries, for people to compete with each other. And in the end of that, they're gonna eliminate each other in a fair competition. And by the end of that, we're gonna have 2 teams, silver team and gold team, making together 2048 players. And they're gonna compete with each other on semifinals and finals for the grand prize of $50,000 for the first top and $20,000 for second. And more information we're gonna share on the Twitter. So all the rewards, the tokens, NFTs, and other benefits will be shared on our Twitter. So please stay tuned and follow our Twitter just to stay in touch. This is
yes,
all about
we can add that, that we were gonna put aside a $3 million prize pool for everyone to join and to join the game in the competition.
That's right. So if we speak about the competitions, the next question comes naturally. It's about economics, because our game gonna attract a lot of user base from the start days, but how are we going to sustain them? So we designed in-house the tokenomics that has dual model token and also dual mining pool. Pedro already introduced the dual mining pool for people who have the time or resources to stake into the game, and for those who are like to just free play. And tokenomics in details. So we have 2 types of tokens, Mhaya and Mhaya. Mhaya stands for Mhaya is a governance token that you can exchange for real money on exchanges later, and Mhaya is an in-game currency. And for Mhaya tokenomics, we have staking pool of, I don't know if you can see it, it's 60% of a staking pool for those who stake Mhaya within the game ecosystem. So this time we make sure that we have liquidity stored and running within the game. And also for the free play users, we have 10% of whole Mhaya allocation prepared. So even free play users can earn passive income. It's just going to be a little bit less than staking pool players, because that's the way it's going to be fair. We also have some of the allocations for advisors, institution, and team. And also we planned some of the tokens for IDO launches. but the main idea is to give 70% of all tokens allocations back to users. So community is our main powerhouse. For the next slide, this is supposed, excuse for the font, this is supposed to show the Mhaya mining pools, to the pools, and
Yes.
have two pools in the system, which get reset every 90 days, every game, every season change. And we also have reduction system. So 10% of liquidity will be burned just to make sure that the token price and the liquidity stays liquid. Going
That's
to the
correct.
next slide, we have more than 70, actually more than 60 team members in our team. Most of those are developers and designers. We have a product department, 2 product managers, and more than 20 people working in marketing department. And as for core team, let me introduce. We have 3 main people who are responsible for the game development. And first is Pedro. I think you already introduced yourself. Myself, CMO, and also we have another team in another person in our team, Archie. He's not here today, but he's the one in charge of operations in our game.
Yes,
regarding
and we can
Go ahead.
also add, Kema, that the team has been the team has been set up for 2 years, and we have been developing the app for the last 9 months. So I think it's very important for people to know that this team has been working closely together for over 2 years.
That is right. And a little bit of roadmaps. So the game is half ready. We finished development on the 50%. We already set it up the $3 million championship fund, and our website is soon to be launched. And in third quarter, as you see, we have planned development by 100%, and beta gonna be soon on live, and we're gonna start the whitelisting for Mhaya NFTs, which gives a lot of opportunities. We also, Pedro, if you have anything to share, you can go ahead, because I wanted to show the video of the game.
Yeah, sure. So it would be good if you want to join the game and start to win Mhaya as early as we can. So we are sharing this 3 million pool with the first users that join our game by simply subscribing to our Discord group. And basically we have a referral invitation contest going on right now. And we already have a few participants around the world. And if you want to join the Mhaya world, you are more than welcome.
Can you see the screen?
So here is, yes, we can.
So this is real in-game footage. That's how it looks like within the game. Let me turn on the audio. So you can build different buildings right on the board, and this is more of a single player mode. When you roll the dice daily, you have 30 stamina to run over the board, and also upon the gameplay, you can build NFT cities. So in the board, you can see different events. Oh, the quality is so bad. Okay, let me just zoom out.
But I think they can have a feel of and be teased to come and join our real, hopefully soon enough, live beta.
Hopefully, I just shared the tweet link with everybody in the chat, so you can take a look yourself and open up in a better quality. For some reason, Zoom doesn't allow good quality video streaming. So in our board, you will see a lot of good and bad events that either reward you with token Mhaya within the game, or just makes you lose Mhaya. Let's say if you go to get the income taxes, you get more Mhaya. If you go to prison, obviously you lose some Mhaya. So this is whole randomized algorithm in place. So this is all about the game so far that we wanted to share. Yes, and we are still developing it. A lot of developments are coming on the way. We are planning to launch the competition by July, and we will be running it till the third quarter of this year. So we plan to attract more than 1 million users in our game, and $3 million rewards pool will be also available by the third quarter of this year.
Yeah. So join in, guys. We're very happy to be here and introduce Mhaya to you guys. Please, come and follow us on our Twitter. If you have any questions as well, we're here to, here to help answer them. Thank you so much, guys.
And for any questions or marketing related activities, please contact our Telegram. I just shared the handle in a group chat. So guys, we are looking forward to your support, and we are really happy that we have the opportunity to showcase the game. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, CEO Pedro and CMO Kema from Mhaya. Cool presentations, and let's welcome the next team. The next teams will be Endless Webverse. Endless Webverse is the most customizable browser-based sandbox game. Create and program thrilling web world, bringing your assets to life with easy-to-use AI, live forever and always Web3s. Let's welcome Deirdre, founder of Endless Webverse, to tell us more about Endless Webverse. Hi there, Drew. Are you here?
Hello there. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I will share my screen for a second. Okay, you have to see. Okay, this presentation is a bit unusual, but hello. Yeah, hope you're all well. Thank you for having us or me here. Welcome to the Endless Web Worlds. My presentation is, like I said, a bit unusual, no PowerPoint or else. I will go straight into some demos with some in the metaverse. We're entering a world that I made. It's called Endless Pitch Deck. So let's get started. Welcome again. Discover the most flexible metaverse / sandbox of all time. It's powered by AI, Web3 for mainstream and no DB approach. We're going to the major pain points that we are trying to solve that are currently running, and the problems are limited of creativity and freedom, especially with AI or Gen AI. Yes, that's a big point. You cannot go to any third-party script, implement it, or let it run in any metaverse without a big hurdle. That's a major pain point, because people want to use AI easily as possible, or developers want to test the LLMs models on a metaverse, but it's not possible at the moment. And one other point is slow loading times and limited availability. You all know that the most metaverse running on a big overhead like engine like Unity, and that's a problem, because you see when you open any game you need to wait like 10 seconds or 20 seconds to get it running, and it's not responsive. Cannot just share it to your friend and he can open it within seconds. And that's a major point. That's our problem for metaverses. Lack of customization and dynamic programmability. You cannot program within a metaverse. I think that's a big problem for now. You cannot highly customize it in any programming language. Yeah, inability to monetize and integrate Web3 technology is one of the major pain points of the metaverses, because they're all limited to one programming language, or you have to wrap it around, especially in Unity. And most of the metaverses are centralized. They're relying on a centralized database and can be taken down or hacked. And it's not good, because you want your metaverse to run forever, I think. So the solution to get over the hurdles, we have to break through the pain points and go to the happy path and visiting the solution. The solution would be a complete freedom for builders with no graphical limitations. The solution would be decentralized storage and community-owned servers. It would be simple and friendly used with Gen AI or AI, and would be fast and accessible, running directly in any browser. So the solution would be running like, I think, endless web browser. You're taking the link, someone getting the link, open it, and 1 second to go. The solution would be dynamic and programmable with JavaScript and Web3 technology, like endless web browser. You can see here now, this is our website with a demo. And you can see here, and this web browser is not limited to any graphic. You can have any kind of CD, 2D graphic, voxel graphic, Minecraft-like worlds, cute worlds. You can upload any kind of worlds. We are in one world here. Can show you how it works. You can grab our asset box of available assets that we offer. You can craft your own assets with AI or generative AI. And you can upload your own assets within the game. So yeah, going a step further, we are trying to solve a triangular problem. We want to make a playground for everyone, for developers, artists, and the king is always the player, because a player is entertaining developer and artists, giving there an audience. So how we're going to we solve this with a approach that endless web browser is running, like I said, directly in any browser. So the players can always customize every asset they want within the game easily as possible, and giving them properties, giving them a brain like an AI. Like I give here, as I said here, this guy should be Sanji, the best chef cook. And I think he's talking already because I'm within his range. Don't know what he's talking. Hello, I'm Sanji. Oh yeah, he's introducing, and you can talk with Sanji, of course. Hi Sanji, and he's trying to respond. I hope so. Yeah, but it's currently in a private alpha, I think. Oh yeah, hello there. How may I assist you? Yes, it's always dependent on you, how you customize your world, how you customize the AI base, how skilled you are. And you can, like I said before, you can not only customize it on AI, you can customize it within the browser by coding in JavaScript, and you can do whatever you want to do. You can let it move to some position or anything else, and he's moving. For the mainstream, it would be better to have an action editor. We also have an action editor, so you can move. Oh, he's moving around. You can make easily integrations like display a message or anything else. Yeah. So the possibilities to customize your world is endless, and yeah. Coming to the next point, the markets. It's a growing demand for metaverses, like we know. Experience with sandbox games is high. Opportunities are very big with AI now. That's what we're working towards to integrate AI, generate AI as easily as possible, to integrate cryptocurrencies and Web3, because everyone, I'll show you a sample of all these sandbox games or metaverse that currently exist. I think Minecraft already know it. One of the simplest game created by two dudes in their garage. And CarrieVerse, yes. Yeah. Coming to the next point, the business model. Our business model is we have a freemium model to create. Everyone can create a world with paid extended features. So the freemium model is you can create three worlds, and more worlds will cost you more. You have freeze on asset marketplace. We have an asset marketplace that's running on our native token or credits token, and we have a freemium usage of general AI because all these AI models are running on a different kind of LLMs. You have to pay that in credits. And one request costs 1 credit, but everyone gets one for free. So they can enjoy AI on the start for free to get the idea. But if a developer wants to customize their AI model, they can freely do it in JavaScript, base it on your skill set, or make it on the world to run it locally. And because we are using LangChain, you can use OpenAI, Cohere's, Hugging Face, any LLM to test your LLM model. Yes. Coming to the next point, our vision. Our vision is to make a playground for everyone by building 2D realities. Yes, this is a long text. I will break it down. We are trying to simplifying the process of creating and customizing worlds. Trying to leverage the power of AI and Web3 technologies to create a platform that offers unique and engaging experience for players and builders alike. Yeah, so breaking down, it should be a playground for everyone, for developers, game studios, artists to bring their art alive, for players to enjoy quests, because you can have quests, you can have items, you can integrate your blockchain airdrops, you can have in-game airdrops and anything else. Coming to the point, we are standing at the moment and a release of an MVP. Private alpha is running, but we make it public now in the coming days. So you can enjoy the AI or customizing of worlds in the coming, I think, 3 or 2 days. And you can we have successfully integrated AI tools. We are working together with Scenario.com. That's one of major supporter of us. A startup who's using you can show it. You can look it up. And yeah, our team is pretty tiny. It's a little tiny garage team. I'm Derdiok, the founder and CEO, and else I'm developer since 12 years. And I worked before for big European retail companies, and I'm in blockchain since 2017. And the other one is the smart contract expert. He's handling all the smart contracts in these developers since 10 years. So it's like to see a pretty tiny team, but we are very passionate to bring this alive, to give it to the audience. So taking the step forward, we're trying to solve and going to a straight path line to the goal. Oh, I think this link is broken. Let me fix it. We can fix it directly in the game. We're going to a path. So to a bright new Metaverse / sandbox game that hopefully users can enjoy. Thank you. That was all, and I hope we can have a great network together or else.
Thank you for your sharing. Thank you, dear Gerald, and thank you, Endless Webverse teams. You've done a great job. You have all noticed that I have shared a link in our message boxes. You can check for that, which all include today's 10 projects details. The title was May 13th Dealflows, and you can check their details or the project's ventures and other information that you want to know. And next, let's welcome the Ascendant. Ascendant is an innovative Web3 XTRA ecosystem that blends AI with XTRA to help you unlock the everyday magic within you and navigate the exciting world of Web3s. Be prepared to have your first ever personalized AI XTRA. And the speaker today is Zhang Stokes, co-founders of Ascendant. Hi, Zhang Stokes, are you here?
Hi, host. I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, can hear it. And you can share the screen.
The name is Zach Stonk, and you can just call me Zach, and I'm the co-founder of Ascendant. Let me just share my screen quickly. Yeah. Okay, so we are Ascendant, and we are the first AI-powered spiritual metaverse, and is our honor and to be here to present to you guys about our project. And so the core of this spiritual metaverse is based on astrology. I'm sure a lot of girls are pretty familiar with astrology. It's a system of studying the correlation between celestial movement and human affairs, such as love, such as career and fortune as well. So there's a quote by JP Morgan that millionaires do not need astrologers, billionaires do. Basically, you know, we'll get more richer and richer. You know, more people tend to seek for help from astrology. So that's how this works. And it's probably surprising for a lot of people that this market is pretty big, actually. You know, just the global astrology market size is around 150 billion, 15 billion US dollar. And if you combine all the other psychic services and spiritual services, is going to go 60 or 70 billion in total. So it's a pretty big market. And also because, recent years, due to the pandemic and, increasing conflicts between, China and the US and, the wars between Ukraine and Russia, a lot of, tension going on worldwide. People tend to more to seek for, spiritual subjects to help them get more a sense of certainty and sense of security. So this is why, if you check out Google Trends, the keywords about astrology, such as birth chart and constellation, it rise like 2 or 3 times, during the past 3 or 4 years. So it's a pretty promising and rising market. And there's some other data points that supporting the market size, such as this is one report coming from Pew Research Center that 60% millennials believe in New Age spirituality. And especially in countries such as United States, United Kingdom, this Western developed countries, as well as some developing countries in Asia, such as Thailand, Philippines, China as well, around 40 or 50% of people believe in astrology. So it's a pretty, it has pretty good penetration. But there are a lot of problems with current market. So if you check out, the leading products such as CoStar and Ceci Astro in China, they just have like 10 million or 15 million year revenue per year. They're a profitable business, a good business, but they cannot grow very, very large. And most of the value in the industry are harnessed by the human astrologers. So, they have their followers, their fans in Instagram, in Twitter, or on the service matching platforms. So this is how this market is segmented. And there are a lot of problems with such a market segment. If you check out those Web2 applications, they have very incomplete astrological logics and very lack of interaction and practicality. So basically, you're doing reading comprehension on the reports they generate, and you cannot reach out to the applications to solve your own problems, which is usually the case when people seek help from astrology, right? And then people tend to, human beings, human astrologers for help. But as you can see, human astrologers are pretty expensive. Like they charge like at least $5 per minute. That's going to be like $400 or $500 per hour. Some charge even more. So it's pretty expensive, and it's very discontinuous conversation because if you're on a service match platform, usually you don't get matched with the same astrologer all the time, and he can easily doesn't know, who you are, your basic information and what you have experienced. So he doesn't know you that well. And it's very lack of accessibility. So basically you have to book, next week or sometimes like that. So, and most of the cases you have a problem that you want to solve immediately, and you have to wait, in this circumstance. So this is a problem with current market, which is why we believe in that a combination of artificial intelligence and blockchain can really provide users with very upgraded astrological experience. So AI, I'm pretty sure a lot of other projects today, have the combined idea of AI. As you guys know, ChatGPT is really good at communicating as a person, and with proper fine tuning and prompting and training, we can easily develop. We can develop astrologer that's probably gonna substitute like 70%, 60% of human astrologers. It's really interactive and can solve real problems. And it's 100 times cheaper and has sometimes 24 accessibility. So that's how good this product can be. And also, we believe in that the technology of blockchain can also increase the user experience. Token and gamification features really drives the growth, and we have very innovative NFT applications. And blockchain technologies such as smart contract and ZK technology can really help with improve the transaction experience and also protect the privacy. So this is what we think that AI and blockchain can help. So let me lead you dive deeper into our product. So our first product is going to come alive in the format of a Telegram bot, the AI astrologer. So I'm just going to show you a small video. So this is our AI bot, Ariana, our first AI astrologer. And not like a lot of other projects combining ChatGPT, they don't do very in-depth training. We have done a lot of work on the training and prompting in order to make sure the AI understands the holistic of astrological logics and all the stuff behind, and in order to train a very professional AI astrologer. So here is a simple comparison between us and other existing products. So here's an example. Terry asked the question, why it's real difficult for me to commit into a relationship? This is one of the questions you can easily get in a relationship. And if you check out either CarrieVerse or CoreStar, the existing Web2 products, you can see that they usually generate reports for you, right? And you have to do reading comprehension to find out the exact related contents to help you with solving your problem. So it's really not that helpful. And they do have their own version of AI bot, but it's really, really simple, and it really doesn't help a lot. So this is existing product. And if you use ChatGPT without proper training, first of all, it's wrong because it doesn't have very comprehensive astrological knowledge. So the pattern and the patterns are wrong as well. So if you see this, it says my moon in Cancer and Sagittarius rising, which is not the case because my moon is in Pisces and my ascendant is in Virgo. So it's all wrong. And then what we can offer advanced astrological analysis. So if you check out our AI astrologer, it gives you answers such as Sun square Saturn and Capricorn Taurus descendant. All these are very advanced astrological reading, and it can provide you with psychological comforting. So if you check out the third paragraph, it says, okay, it's not all doom and gloom. Even if you have this problem, based on my chart reading, there are some good signs and there are some things I can do to improve the situation. So it plays a role as a psychological comforting, which is one of the key beauties of astrology. Real astrologers can be both an astrologer and a psychological consulting, psychological doctor. And the third of all, it gives very practical suggestions. So it tells me to be open-minded and willingness to explore more approaches. So, and if I ask further questions, it gives me more answers, more detailed suggestions. So this is how good our AI is. And here's a simple training framework for those of you who are interested in AI. And down the road, we are going to train most of the key scenarios and the charts into the AI in order to provide a more holistic astrological service experience. And we're also combining astrology with crypto. So this is a product we launched in late March. It's called Ascendant Fortune Report. It basically tells you anything you need to know about your crypto fortune in 2023. And it can provide you the market matching score for each token. So whenever you want to trade a token, before that, you can use this product and see if you can get a high score if this token really matches you, and if you can really make money out of it. And it tells you about the key investment themes, the key income source, monthly fortune chart, trading personality, everything you need to know about your fortune in this whole report. And we also use astrology to predict token performance. Regularly. So if you check out our Twitter, back in late March, we posted a Twitter about predicting the performance of Arbitrum. We said, okay, it's going to rise by mid-April, and between mid-April to mid-May, there's much more risk. So people need to be careful. So this is how the market performed. I'm not saying this is like 100% correct all the time. It is not, but based on our data analysis, it's like 70% or 60%. Means it could be really applied as a potential trading strategist. So based on this beauty of astrology, we're going to develop a series of other products such as magician buff, astro-based trading, gaming, copy trading, and other great applications combining crypto and astrology. And here are some examples of how we how we apply NFTs. So astrology is a long-lasting thing. So it has like 2,000, 3,000 years of history, and this has a huge user base to develop into a community. So we are going to do our own PFP, and we are also going to do our NFT charms. So for the if you have any problem, if you have any concerns, and we can use AIGC to generate a talisman amulet tailor for you, and can also be minted into NFT. And our astrologer will be in the form of NFT as well. And you can also play a spiritual pet in our community. So you can do a daily fortune and do daily praying, daily blessing, and it can upgrade to a more advanced, more precious level. So this are the examples of how we can innovate ways of applying NFTs in our product. And yeah, so I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about what we want to do. And sorry, my screen freeze. Oh, sorry. Okay, so here's a preview of our application. So as you can see, there's a feature of community, and for the content providers and also users to provide their to share their contents and in communicating with other people in the community. And in the center of that, there is the AI astrologer that you can interact with. You can ask any question you want to know, and you can seek help from the AI astrologer. And there's this spiritual pet session. So here is a preview of our application. So it's going to be a holistic spiritual metaverse as what we aim to do. And some of the key data about our marketing. So we launched this first Ascendant Fortune report in March, and we got about 15K new users, 24% referral rate, which is pretty good for growth hacking product. And we established a collaboration with Token, Pocket, and OKX, and all the other the big guys in the crypto world. And down the road, we are going to use we're going to attract more astrology fans or generally spiritual fans from Facebook community, Twitter communities, and Instagram, and all the other community products. And we'll drive the growth of this community with our TSC points incentive. And right now we have around 3,000 people in our Telegram. So, and with the publishment of our AI astrologer and all these marketing campaigns and growth tricks, we are very confident to grow to 10 times or 20 times of this number in a very short time period. So this is our growth strategy. And yeah, we have established a solid collaboration with a lot of influencers in Twitter and Instagram and TikTok as well. And if you check out this Cryptodamus Anderson and Astro Poise, you know, those guys who have a very solid fan base, and we have had, you know, Twitter Spaces and, you know, collaborate. They also help us share our links and all the stuff. So we have established a pretty good collaboration foundation with all these influencers. Okay, and the beauty about this product is it has very solid business model. So we generate revenue from the key elements of the key applications, and also from NFT offerings matching and the service matching, because, you know, some of our users will still want to seek the help from the human astrologer. So we provide them this service as well. So this is the outlook, and this is the economic system. So it's a bit like a gaming economic model. So users can earn from, you know, invitation, from play some of the key play to earn features, and also from providing services and creating content. And the key ways they need to use the token is to pay for the AI astrologer subscription, as well as some key applications that provide high value. So this is my belief, because you know, in order for the economic system to sustain, there needs to be a key token consumption mechanism that will not be affected by the prices of all the financial assets. So because most of our users really need to use the product, so this token consumption method will not be affected by the price going up or down, either of the NFT or the token itself. So I think this will make sure this economic system will lasting for long. And they can also use to mint NFTs, and they can use to subscribe for services as well. So because we have very robust revenue source from, you know, both token consumption as well as fiat payment from Web2 users, we have a solid charge rate that can help sustain the token prices from staking and from burning. And we target to onboard 3 billion metaphysics fans to Web3, and with a product that really provide user with upgraded experience, not just in the Web3 world, but across all the applications. We are very confident to attract them with the product and our community. So yeah, that's pretty much about us. And right now we are pretty much about completing the AI astrologer in the format of a Telegram bot, which is going to be launched fairly shortly, and the application, the app will go live by end of July or early August. And about the team, a quick introduction about the team. Myself, I'm Zach, and I used to be an investment banker, and I used to be a VC investor. And I joined the crypto world in 2017, actually. And in 2021, I founded the Alibaba NFT marketplace and started my own NFT business. And this is our first product for Web3 consumer product that's gonna launch to the market. And my co-founder Helen, who graduated from UC Berkeley in psychology, and she's also a big fan of astrology. And so she's the right girl to do this product. And we have some of the, you know, we are pretty international team. Our designer and our professional astrologers are both from Europe, and one from Europe, one from the United States. So yeah, we are a pretty international team. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you, everyone. And if you want to contact me for further communication, you can, you know, you can find me on Telegram.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, host. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yes, nice presentation. And if anyone wants to contact Ascendant, please contact us, or just scan the code in his screen. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. I'll just go off or go mute. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, thank you. So after Ascendant, half of our startup showcase has passed. If you want to connect with the team and talk about more details, please contact our colleagues from ABGA or scan my code in my background for help and connections. Thank you. And then next, let's welcome Xmultiverse. Xmultiverse Labs is a Web3 3-point foundation that powers the infrastructure of the new virtual world driven by AI, Unity, and liquid coded computing power. And Kim Pfeiffer's Xmultiverse Labs co-founders will be our speaker today. Hi, Kim. Long time waiting. Oh, sorry, you are mute today. You are mute now. You can open your microphone.
Okay,
Yes, I can hear it.
give me a moment to my screen.
Sure.
Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, yes, loud and clear.
Okay, is that good?
Yes, cool. So I will pass my microphone for you.
Okay, and can you hear me okay?
Yes, it's okay, your microphone.
Okay. My name is Kim Pfeiffer, and I'm going to present to you today on behalf of Xmultiverse, which includes Kevin Yee, Lily Lin, XP, Bright, Yuli Rayo, and others. Thank you for inviting us to present, and it's a pleasure to join you here. We envision seamless, integrated virtual world securely by services to everyone, everywhere, ensuring ownership of ideas and creations, and efficiently supporting an immersive virtual experience. There are two roadblocks that stand in the way of this dream. One relates to the infancy of the new technologies involved, and that's the issue, and the other deals with processing power. Immersibility, standards, interoperability, integration, and security are issues that can only be effectively resolved by carefully designing cooperating efforts between a wide range of participants. We can't just sit in a room and design stuff. We've got to work with the world. Decentralized virtual worlds require high-tech solutions combined with co-development and sharing in order to overcome these obstacles and ensure the ownership and security is maintained. Gaming, social, trade, and creation provide the foundation for virtually all potential uses of a multi-metaverse environment. Gaming is one issue and social is another issue, but Xmultiverse is going to try to provide all of the worlds required to cover all of the kinds of uses that the metaverse could be put into. The Xmultiverse solution will be powered by custom designed proprietary decentralized data center technology that's necessary to support the building, rendering, and use of multi-metaverse worlds. By providing all four worlds, we can cover all kinds of events, all kinds of uses. The foundation worlds required for a fully immersive experience is provided, and that's the goal. Nearly everyone and everything becomes a potential Xmultiverse market. So we don't want to channel into one or two markets. We want to try to provide the four worlds that will allow everyone to do everything that they need to do in the metaverse. There are hundreds of think tanks, institutions, experts, and fortune tellers guiding the global business environment. And while there's a wide range of forecasting with regards to Web 3.0 and the metaverse, the consensus seems to be that there will be growth and it could be tremendous. Our marketing strategy is to regard users and subscribers as members and treat them as such. We'll use 13 news outlets, 22 technical publications, and 20 social media platforms to share our vision and engage the world, creating an atmosphere and a level of excitement that we hope will lead to success. We've also scripted some clever and humorous ads, which we will run on channels like Hulu and many others, and we intend to start with games and initiate contests and support entertainment events in the early stages of our rollout. We also have identified several global influencers who may be interested in becoming a part of our world and spreading the word. We don't want to hard sell. We want to create a system that people will want to come to and want to use. Many competitors don't appear to be offering everything we're planning, which becomes the foundation of the entire multi-metaverse creation and experience. Our proprietary data processing capabilities exceed the power capacity of most current technologies. And that proprietary technology is what's going to allow us to provide all 4 worlds and provide all of the supporting environments required for a fully immersive experience. The distributed data center technology provides far more processing capability than most current technologies provide. The business model is varied. It's difficult to predict which streams will be the most profitable. By building in fees and captures at various points in the systems, we'll not only generate revenue, but quickly be able to determine the strong and weak areas and make necessary adjustments to the model on an ongoing basis. A project such as this one may involve more risks than normal due to the newness of the technology. There are many potential players. Similar solutions may be in the works that we don't know about, but we're going to try to cover the broad range of potential revenue generation to try to cover, to ensure profitability. Our goal is to be profitable and self-sustaining by 2025. We are already partnering with global providers in the technology and financial sectors, and we continue to engage and work with new partners on an ongoing basis. In 2020, there was a realization. In 2021, we had an inspiration and a discussion. By 2022, this project was established and a startup team was formed. By the end of 2022, a website was online, a virtual world infrastructure was in place, and a Web 3.0 trade planet was ready for internal testing. Milestones include the CoinEx application for crypto processing, the public chain required for blockchain storage, the NFT application, the issuance of a partnered NFT, and the establishment of cooperative ventures with top investment firms. Our dream and vision is to create a multi-metaverse foundation that can be used by everyone to build the worlds of our future virtual universe. Our group consists of many talented, committed, hardworking experts who've been sacrificing long hours, weekend work to bring this vision and this dream to reality. There are a number of individuals responsible for the designs and solutions who are tasked with supporting and guiding this project, and the engineers and technologists involved. We're looking forward to bringing our visions to life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Xmultiverse. And thank you for your support. And if anyone wants to contact Xmultiverse, please feel free to contact us, or just free to contact through his email. And as planned, the next team will be CarrieVerse in collaboration with CarrieVerse Corporation Limited. They are creating a multiverse using the Korean and Friends IP, which co-compasses more than 3 million subscribers and billions of views around the globe. CarrieVerse wanted to create a multiverse game that the entire family can enjoy, similar to Nintendo's parent games. Let's welcome today's speakers from CarrieVerse, Jin Director. Hello, Jin.
Hi, great to meet you. Let me pop up the video. Okay, here it is. Thank you for having us. I've always been a fan of ABGA. You guys are awesome. So really happy to present it today. So let me So can I start it right away to save the time for you guys?
Yes, you can start right now.
Sure. All right, then I'll do the video trailer, do the talking first. So just one moment. I'll start on.
Hello, Jane. Is something wrong with your computer? Because I can only see black in your screen.
Just 1 second.
Oh, okay. And during the waiting sessions, you can see the link I have shared in the message boxes. The May 13th Dealflows about today's 10 project details. If anyone was interested in any or the projects they have shown date, please check the links that the more details you want to know have contained it. Thank you.
Okay, then I'll go through the deck right away. Just one moment. All right, so as you can see, the CarrieVerse is basically the content-based metaverse, specifically targeted not only for the kids, but their parents as well. So we started as a game studio previously. So we teamed up, we produced a game called Hunter's Arena previously. And now we expanded our business, and we thought our expertise in gaming and social interaction can take us to the metaverse business. So that's where how we got started to launch a CarrieVerse. So we started with gaming studio members, and we teamed up with Carrie and Soft. So they are the one who holds the IP for kids contents, and now they know that their target customers are now way beyond being a teenager. So they thought Metaverse platform might be a great fit to get things going for new business. So previous IP was very attractive enough for especially people in Asia. So we draw our audience through YouTube, and especially Chinese channel was really great for us, as we have contacted and got really good audiences from Chinese territory. And also we produced a lot of English content. So we were able to reach out as far as the US. So we want to take advantage of this Carrie and Friends IP into a metaverse. So we saw the huge market growth in metaverse. Based on the last year's projection, it was way beyond the 12 trillion, including Web3 gaming, which we are good at. So because we have expertise in publishing Web2 games previously. And we thought bringing the gamified contents, including mini games, social games, and even the TCG card games based on NFT will be a great focal point to meet new demographics, customers, especially in Asia. And we can bring them to Metaverse to be able to help them to interact socially and while playing games to earn rewards, which can be turned into NFTs or other ownable digital assets. So we already started with a platform building with the Polygon. We signed a partnership last year, and we are aiming to go full live global this coming July, late July. While doing that, we also teamed up with Magic Eden to go to Launchpad for NFT project, which will definitely require a lot of artworks. But we know that avatars are key integrated features for upcoming users. So we want to give them more benefits by customizing avatars to NFT. So that's why we partner with the Magic Eden, and we are also selling the land NFT. We haven't decided which launchpad to go to, but this is more like a home base for any kind of metaverse interactions. And we'll expand it to, like I would say, basically metaverse platform for all kind of games and interactions and Web3 applications. So we know that Avatar will play as a digital persona for upcoming onboarding users. And as we are targeting Gen Zers and Gen Alpha, we know that avatars can be a very good focal point for them to get access and interact with their friends. And we know that basically at the end of the day, what we want is promote and grow communities who can vote and provide us a lot of feedbacks and content generations through governance. And in the long run, we definitely want to be a like top life logging brand and metaverse platform for them to interact digitally while owning assets. They can also use our platform to be a creator, just like YouTube, but it will be in a very different manner. But we're just trying to find out what might be the better platform applications to prove and promote more onboarding creators across all generations. So we started off with the education. This is what parents are really willing to spend. So actually, we really created a real classroom. And we talked to a lot of schools, what might be the real classroom look like experience. So we took the syllabus, we did a lot of coordination with the teachers and professors to give them real life experience. Just like going to school, you can go to school in Metaverse, you can set up your own classes. All those education contents will be there, and you can go to reading, you can turn in your homework, and your teachers and parents will be accessible because it won't require wallets because we are providing the Web2 platform as well, so that we can be more familiar to the onboarding users who are familiar with the Web2 side. So as you can see, we are going from mobile to PC. So we made a very good approach to be able to provide service mobile first, and then we'll expand to the PC, then to the Web3. So this is basically what the UI will be look like. So you will create your own avatar. You can customize it through NFT or in-game contents as a reward, and you can own it and you can share it on your social platform or social applications with your friends. And we know that emotional contents and live characters are key to interact with more users. And also, if you don't want to stay just as an avatar, then you can make a choice to purchase a land NFT and start build your own house. So this is one of those screenshots. So you can start upgrade your home by getting the reward and turning into the items. You can exchange it, or you can also purchase NFT for the home improvement. And these are all your assets. Think of your own real estate that will be virtually built. And you can upgrade your home and buildings, which will be also given to you as a bonus. So we do not want you to stay home, but there are other territories that you can commercialize your activities by being a creator. So there will be one commercial building that randomly given out to you, whoever owns a land NFT. Then the users can use that building to make their own cafe or restaurants or fab labs or shops of their own and build their brands upon from it. Since we are onboarding a lot of brands, including Disney, hopefully NBA, those are still under discussion, but they are very, very close to a deal. So when embargo is done, we'll be able to PR those release later on. But those things are the premium contents that users can engage. And in the long run, we want to give out very good selling points, not just with the Polygon, but through our NFT wallets, marketplace. But what we want is main attractions, including e-learnings, gamified content, including games, and commerce. With a lot of brands coming on board, they want to sell their stuff virtually, like virtual goods, or video on demand with a content generating companies, like including Disney, and entertainment features through streaming. So we just want to bring out the platform that will provide them very, very fun and entertaining contents. So basically, the economy is very simple. You can start with your own land NFT, and you can expand by having your own building. You can set your building on different areas to where you can see the more potential of your own creativity. And we really want you guys be the real creator on virtual space. So, and then you can later turn your own, I would say, products into NFTs, because we'll provide the option to convert through wallets. And also, while you're doing that, we just keep providing fun streaming contents, including a lot of gamified contents, casual games, animations, or content IP-based contents that we can team up with other companies to provide on the virtual space. And also, we are delivering our own games. This will come out. This is based on the card game with NFTs. So whoever holds a different NFTs, then they can turn those NFT cards into the gameplay. So you can pick one character with 6 cards, and you can play with other players within the metaverse. And this game will come out in September. That's the latest. And also, business model will come down to basically in-app purchase. So we are free to play. We are not forcing anyone to buy anything, but if they want the enhanced game experience or a metaverse experience, then they can always go to a shop or marketplace to purchase an NFT, or while they're earning the points within the platform, then they can always exchange for goods or game items that they can basically enhance the gameplay. And also, as creators grow and build their own space, we are also given the option to monetize. So advertising is a big part of this, because since we are onboarding a lot of potential brands who wants to find a new platform to promote their contents or products, creators, or I would say virtual influencers, can team up with them to promote their brands, like in-game shop or some kind of a promotion that they can team up together, build new space together. Or they can also, creators can rent their own building to promote other brands so that they can basically earn rental or advertising revenues. And we believe that those options will definitely help them to monetize on their own value. So that's the meaning of being a creator on the virtual space. So B2B will be one of the main revenue stream that we are targeting to. And this is almost done deal. So people with an NFT pass or premium membership, they can also stream the contents provided by Disney. Also, NBA Asia, we are trying to team up with them to promote like basketball camp or any kind of fan engaging interactions. So we are still figuring out more ideas, but we are trying to find out the Metaverse platform as a way to promote basketball camp or even the merchandising or lifestyle brand for an NBA. So that's what we've been discussing. And Grab is also under discussion in terms of strategic partnership. There are the ones that we provide the vehicles to the avatars. So players can also purchase with the vehicles. And this will be focused on the marketing advertisement, but ride-hailing services or ride vehicles with the logos on it by Grab, those can be a good revenue stream for us too as well. So we are hitting our milestones. We'll finally come out live worldwide. We already opened up the early registration page for the CarrieVerse access. So in late July, we'll go full live worldwide. We'll provide services, and we can have more communities and guild members to come and join the play. And we're trying to have a showcase next month in Vietnam. So everything is up and running. And we're expecting a huge growth. We are sure that we are trying to engage with as much community members as possible. And we already did a promotion with a couple states, and we got some great feedback from those audiences. So these are the partnership and funding status. We are looking for a seed to Series A funding. We're still trying to find out the sweet spot, but our previous valuation was at 50 million with our accelerator. So we already got the pre-A funded by Central Partners in Korea. But with the Polygon and Digital partnership, we are trying to find out better options to get the funding for global scalability. So basically, yeah, we're trying to focus on now build the right platform with the right community, and with the younger generations are the ones who are very familiar with the metaverse content. So we want to go on a customer journey with them and build a platform that will be user-centered, user-friendly, and trying to be the best place for all those creators to build their own economy. So that's why I think that's the most appealing point that we can deliver as a CarrieVerse. So yeah, trying to keep the time. So yeah, thank you for listening, guys.
Thank you, Jean. Very exciting presentation.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, and if anyone from you or want to connect CarrieVerse or want to know more about them, please contact CarrieVerse or ABGA team. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your time. The next team will be Mori's shows. Let me give you a brief introduction about Mori's shows. The world's first decentralized AI-driven board gaming platform with a revolutionary AI-driven token economic. And the speaker today is Sarah Z, co-founder of Mori Show. Hi, Sarah. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Sorry, Sarah, are you still in the Zoom meeting? Oh, sorry, maybe she have bad network. So at the schedule that the NASA team will be Juna Network, I'm wondering that if Juna Networks teams in the team Zoom meeting now. Okay, she's back. Hello, Sarah. Are you here? Could you please open your microphone because I can't hear any voices.
Okay.
Cool. I can hear you now.
Okay. So let me start. So hi everyone. I am Sarah from the Morris AI-driven game project, and nice to meet you all today. And thank you so much for the invitation of ABGA. And if you are interested in our project or have any questions, feel free to contact me after the presentation. We are so pleased to have a further discussion with you. And let me start to introduce our project, which is called Mori's Share. You can search it on Twitter, where we mainly post our updates, and it's the world's first decentralized AI-driven board game platform with a revolutionary token economy, which is different from all the previous Web3 games and token economy models. The beta game is currently launched since last weekend at BSC chain and is now integrated into the Xmultiverse era chain. I will explain with more details now. Okay, to start, we'd like to share about what exact Web3 game we want to create. By choosing board games and applying the AI-related technology, we want to ensure a fair and a simple game rule and an unpredictable playing experience for all players. And also, actions in the game of each player here can affect the algorithm of the game, making the result unique for everyone. And also, there are more and more topics and projects related to the AI technology in the Web3 world, but we found some problems. The first one is that users contribute training data to the AI model, but they don't get any rights or benefits. And also, fake AI projects, like most of the AIGC products, which don't have any AI algorithm coding, are consuming the expectations of the users. And also, finally, players are tired of the current GameFi environment, like with high playing requirements, complex rules, and low benefits. And our game prohibits the aforementioned issues. And now I will introduce what is Mhaya. In summary, it's an AI board game factory where users can play to train AI to earn the play. We will incorporate AI training systems into different board games with well-known rules like Komoku, Atharo, chess, etc., allowing players to easily get started. However, through AI training, the game can adjust its difficulty level based on the player's skill level, increasing the unpredictability of the game and thereby enhancing its level of fun. And the training, the AI learning program in the game will learn the user's decision-making of all the winnings and improve its winning rate. Thus, the AI will of the entire game is in the process of continuous evaluation. And also, the earning after the player defeats the AI and inputs the winning data to the model, he or she will receive the owner NFTs, which can be traded, and also are the important criteria to enter the Mori DAO organization. And also, they will receive corresponding EXP bonus, which can be exchanged into our utility token Momo in the future. And also here you can see the architecture of the Mori. Well, players, smart contracts, AI models interact with each other and realize the value transfer. And also here is the brief review of the launched beta game. The first board game we launched here is the Atharo game. When users enter the website, they click the button feed me or feed to start the game, and they should battle with the AI model here. When they win, they should receive an AI-generated NFT, which demonstrates the game results, and they will enter the player's billboard for further bonus and gain the right to enter the Mori DAO. And we've also designed the utility token and owner NFT distribution mechanism. As seen here, AI-driven utility token is Momo, which is obtained by playing the board game and trading. When players win the game, they will receive EXP bonus, which is determined by the winning quality, considering the winning rate of AI and the number of winning discs. And players can later exchange the EXP bonus to token Momo at a certain percentage. Yeah. You can see here that the earlier to play, the easier is the AI model, and the easier to win. But you might get lower rewards. But if you play with the AI model, which is much difficult, you might get more rewards. Okay. And also here, is the consumption mechanism of the utility token Momo, where players can buy play tools with the Momo like Mori key. It costs 1 key to start a game, and the undo chance, and also they can buy disc board skin or blind box board, where the difficulty of the winning rate will be random, etc. And also here we bought a model for the game and token economy. This model is a simulation of Momo token issuance designed by our, generated by our professional AI and economic scientists based on the Mori AI algorithm. As can be seen from the curve graph here, the issuance rate of Momo differs from other dual currency models. Its issuance rate is infinitely close to 0, but never 0. And this effectively avoids the inflation caused by ordinary infinite issuance and the deflation caused by limited issuance. Also, and here is the whole governance of the platform token, Mari. For seed round, which account for 10%, there is a 15% of it to be unlocked after the token generation event, and the remaining percentage of the tokens are locked for 6 months and linearly unlocked it within 24 months, which you might be interested. And now let's take a look at our game. This is the mobile version of the game where you can play and gain the owner NFT and also check the NFT at your user
Sorry, Sarah. I think you have the bad connecting because your voice is not clear. We can hear you now.
clear.
We still can't hear you. Could you please change your network?
What about now?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So let me briefly introduce the owner NFT, which is the AI generated according to each game result of the players. So after a player wins, the game categorize the rewards into three types of the NFT, which are R level, SR level, and SSR level, based on the number of discs won by the player and the AI current win rate, and the value of the rewards increase in that order. So the NFT chessboard area generates and records the real-time final image of the ongoing game on the blockchain, and these NFTs can be traded, and the holders of the NFTs will be recorded in our billboard. And also, this is our roadmap. So at the second quarter of 2023, we will develop our AI game training system, and then develop the DAO organization at the third quarter, and also open our AI integration to other game companies for further cooperation at the last quarter of this year. And also, we will develop other board game with new utility token economy and new AI training models at the first quarter of 2024. And finally, we've cooperated with many like GameFi and DeFi or market projects, and we received many positive feedbacks from them and their users. And now we've gained over 10,000 Twitter followers and over 21 list users during our game beta testing, and also we have over 3,000 members in our communities. As we're now in the seed round, our financial needs are that according to our valuation model, we might need like $1 million, and also it will account for 10%. And the investors might get right to buy our governance token Mori at discounts. And finally, I'd like to introduce our team. So the Zena and Melinda will be our head of marketing and operation, and Rafa, who's the front-based artist, will take control of the designing of the whole game, and also Mark Hua will are the leader of the whole development team. And that's all. And thank you so much for listening. We will keep focusing on the AI training model and the web.
Thank you very much. Okay, because of that network, maybe she could maybe yes, maybe she has that network. Okay, let's welcome the next team. Next, we will have Ajuna network. Ajuna network is a decentralized layer 1 infrastructures for gaming. It is substrate-based blockchain built on top of the trust and the security or the Polkadot relay chain. Let's welcome Nicholas Dozinas, co-founder, to tell us more about the project. Hi, Nicholas. Are you here?
Hi, thank you for having me. Nice to meet everyone, and thank you for having me on the event today. Should I share a screen, or will you?
Yes, we can share it right now.
Great. Let me go ahead. Please let me know if you can, when you can see it, and then.
Yes, I can see it now.
Great, thank you. So yeah, hey everybody, this is Nicholas from Ajuna Network. Maybe just to give you a short background about myself, initially studied economics and econometrics, later went on to have a master's in health management. worked in the corporate environment in the UK in sort of banking and later on in the pharmaceutical industry, moved to Switzerland about a decade ago, and that's where my entrepreneurial, let's say, journey started, and deep dived into the blockchain and gaming space about 6 years ago. That's when our first sort of project, which was again an infrastructure that we were creating for the gaming space, started. And just a few years ago, I teamed up with Cedric, Andre, and Theo, and we're building currently Ajuna network. So I think we saw all how in the past couple of years, sort of the NFTs and generally gaming has reached sort of this tipping point in the blockchain space and trying to push sort of mass adoption forward. But when we look at sort of NFTs in general, and then we see what the actual experience is in games, a great example would be the movie, which is Ready Player One, where there was this holy grenade, which clearly was sort of the most valuable in-game item. Now, that at the same time was clearly at that point an NFT. But what is an NFT if it is not based in a decentralized framework? What is the value of it, and what happens when you cannot control let's say the utility that it gives? So with these things in mind, we wanted to create a decentralized network for both, where we can empower both gamers and creators to create these new experiences. So the problems that we saw obviously in the space start with the big barriers that the blockchain space itself has. Sort of even choosing on which blockchain to choose as a game studio is quite a complicated decision and not a lot of expertise inside the teams themselves. Most Web3 games suffer from a rather poor user experience, and the community that sort of really are playing these games have little to no voice in the progress and the progression of these games. And when you look at the traditional gaming industry, increasingly there are these dependencies that are being created with these dominant players, such as publishers, whether that's publishers of games or the Steam type of services that are out there. And as a result of these dependencies, that both limits the creativity of these smaller studios and takes a bit cut in their revenue share. So for that, we have created, as I said, a decentralized gaming platform in order to deliver real value to both gamers and creators without having to compromise on the gameplay. So for that started with our decision to build on the Polkadot, let's say, ecosystem, so a substrate-based blockchain, which gives us essentially the power to be able to connect. So that means that we can have all of those necessary tools in order for game developers to quickly and fastly integrate their game engines such as Unity and Unreal directly on chain. We have the right framework, which is by using and taking advantage of pallets instead of smart contracts, which are used in the Substrate and Polkadot ecosystem. It's a much more powerful tool for creators to be able to, let's say, better utilize what's offered in the blockchain space. And our sort of solution doesn't stop there, as we can support these teams in launching the game, launching their own token, and later on growing their community and user base. So in terms, maybe from a structural or architectural point of view, why we made the choices that we made is that essentially we choose Polkadot as a layer 0, that's where we get the trust and security to be able to operate our own sovereign blockchain, upon which that's where our layer 1, so Ajuna network, runs, where you can get sort of the access to storage as well as be able to bridge out to other chains when needed. And then we also build on top of these layer 1 with always what is needed for the users and for the game developers. So by introducing in our layer 2 trusted execution environments, that's a way by which we can massively reduce latency, close to 300 to 400 milliseconds at this point, while not compromising on the privacy. And obviously sort of the in order to further close, let's say, the gap on the latency, we're currently also experimenting on state channels, which would allow a near, let's say, real-time communication. And the promise essentially of Ajuna network is that depending on the design of your game or the choices that you as a game developer can make, you will be able to deploy that game logic and that game engine on chain to the level or the degree that you want. So yeah, I mean, in terms of, I would say what the highlight is here is that, yes, we are built on a sovereign sort of layer 1, where we are creating scalable layer 2 solutions for be able to game developers to not sacrifice on the performance, and then from the gamer side, obviously making sure that both their privacy and their sort of sovereignty is being trusted, but making sure also that even at the competitive level, we will be able to add the necessary sort of features there. In terms of our first product that we put out there, it's the Awesome Ajuna avatars. That's you can see it as a collective game, or which is meant for small studios and developers who want to launch either their NFT collection or their sort of game that they can use, and they can build their own season of the Awesome Ajuna avatars, and in that way being able to grow their first community and as well sort of probably raise those first initial funds. So for an example, in the first season that we run of the first, let's say, which was our experimental season of the Awesome Ajuna avatars, we managed to get over 1,000 paying customers to play. The game ended in 7 days, where over 1,000 legendary Awesome Ajuna avatars were created, over 300,000 were minted, and over 8,000 forges to be able to reach sort of the end goal. The game managed to generate in those 5 days close to $30,000 in revenues for us and the developers, and with season 2, we're looking at how we can scale this up. In terms of milestones after completing our initial investment, first sort of seed round led by Animoca and Fundamental Labs. We went through the accelerator of Animoca last year. We currently have our first games, which are going to be launching on our network, which are following the Awesome Ajuna avatars battle mogs, and 2 unannounced games that are going to be launching 2 seasons, which are going to be launched on the Awesome Ajuna avatars from external players. In terms of our technology stack, we are now quite comfortably into the first year that we have finished our infrastructure. Our first Canary network on the Kusama network, and our first token has been launched, and we have obtained our parachain on Polkadot to launch a Ajuna network later in the year. We are growing our partnerships, both on the technical side and with our recent purchase of VIP from Polycrypt in Germany for an NFT off-chain worker, so something equivalent of a ZK rollup, let's say, for or what Immutable is offering with ZK rollups. We are doing it with trusted execution environment. So our technical partnerships are growing, and we also have onboarded our first advisors. In terms of traction, as I mentioned, we have the Awesome Ajuna avatars. We have our first games that are going to be launching, and our own flagship beta, which we're going to be launching later on this year. In terms of our relationship with the Web3 Foundation, that's how we started out before even incorporating the company. Our first grants from the Web3 Foundation were for our integration of the Unity API, the Unity SDK on Substrate, and we continue to closely work with both the Web3 Foundation and Parity Technologies. Again, I won't sort of go over our architecture again, but these were our choices in order to be able to create, as I said, a sovereign layer 1 chain. Tokenomics, I think here there's something which is quite interesting in our choices that we've made. So the token utility that we have is, I would say, quite standard, as you can understand. There's governance, there's staking, there is locking. The Ajun token and the Bayou token are a utility token. But what we have done, which is quite interesting, is in the design of the token flow. So traditionally, let's say a game developer who wants to launch their game, which has a token, would always be stuck in a 2-token economy when they launch on another solution, let's say like Ethereum or Solana, because there's always the gas fee token or whatever that infrastructure is, let's say Ethereum, and then it's the game token. So the problem with that flow is that the more traction that you get, the more fees are getting generated, and the more fees that are getting generated, those fill up your treasury. But that treasury that's getting filled up has nothing to do really with the game developer itself, because it's the gas fees of Ethereum. So on Ajuna, you can both use the native token of the infrastructure if you do not want to have a token for your own game, or if you have a token for your own game, you can both use it for your in-game economy, but as well as the gas fee token on the network. And as a result, the more successful you are, the more traction that you get, the more fees that you generate, they will fill up your treasury and reward your community and creators. In terms of founders, the team is led by Cedric. Cedric has over 20 years working in the financial sector of Switzerland, but at the same time started experimenting in the blockchain space back in 2014. So his first, let's say, really game was on the Bitcoin protocol. Later on, he forked Dash in order to launch World of Mogwais, which was his first experimental game. And famously, he created Saberstone, which is still, I think, the most used, or the most infamous or famous Hearthstone simulator. Andre, also our chief operating officer, has been working for 20 years and taking care of the whole team here in Switzerland. And I'm Nicholas. Nice to meet you. In terms of our investors, our seed round was led by Fundamental Labs and Animoca Brands, and our private round was led by CMCC. And we raised those rounds last year. Tech partners, again, quite a lot that we have here. Recently, we also launched our token on the exchanges and looking to launch a Ajuna network later on in this year. So yeah, in terms of roadmap, sorry, this is a bit, I think, of a oldish roadmap, but our target is, as we obtained already, as you can see in Q1 of 23, we actually did it in Q4 of last year. We have obtained our Polkadot parachain and looking to launch it later on in the year. So yeah, that's it from me. More than happy to take any questions that you have. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Nicholas, and thank you, Ajuna Network. So I know that today many projects from different time zones. So Ajuna networks may be late right now. Yes.
Can you say that again? Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. I mean that maybe you have the different time zone, so maybe you are really late right now.
It's okay. No, it's here in Switzerland. It's still sort of morning, so the time is pretty good.
Yeah. So I want to stand for ABGA to share this kind of pleasure to have you all have here, that you sacrifice your personal time to have this showcase. So thank you very much, Nick. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Before I introduce to the last team, I want to share the link about today's 10 projects details, which contains not only the project inductions, but also their product development stage, or the financial round, the potential cooperation intention, and the communication status. So if you are late in come in our Zoom meetings or want to connect them, please feel free to click link, and we will help to connection. And so how time flies, we come to the last team. So let me have an introduction to the last team, BlockGames. BlockGames enters publishing partnership with Web2 or Web3 schemes and powers them with the BlockGames archaic through a WebView SDKs, aggregating players on-chain or off-chain engagement data while bringing players traffic and rewards to games, creating an ecosystem where games and players are brought together through the block tokens. I will pass my microphone to CarrieVerse CEO and the co-founders. Hi, CarrieVerse.
Hey guys, thank you for inviting me to pitch as well. Finally, the last pitch of the day, for probably, right, but not the least for sure. So let me just probably get into the whole pitch. So before I share my presentation, I would like to just give a little bit of background about BlockGames and where we come from. So BlockGames has been established in 2022 together with our parent company, which is Estati. So it's a mobile game development company. And with that, we have been live for the past 12 years. We have shipped more than 40 mobile games. Across those 40 mobile games, we have 50 million monthly active users. We're generating close to 50 million euros in annual recurring revenue. And we're pretty confident in hyper casual, casual, and hybrid casual mobile game development. And the reason of us establishing BlockGames last year is that we wanted to take publishing partially internally. And also once establishing the BlockGames publishing arm, we have seen a lot of opportunity in where we could add a lot of value, and we could help other mobile game developers to drive more of the relevant traffic to their games and help boost their engagement. So let me share my screen right now.
Okay, please go ahead.
Right, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
So basically, after a lot of R&D, we have decided to build a mobile gaming ecosystem. And basically, once building that, we are solving the 3 key challenges for any company actually that is participating in media buying for mobile apps, whether it's gaming or not, but we're focusing on gaming either way. So first of all, a couple of years back, Apple and Google App Store introduced new privacy policy changes that overnight killed any type of business that is seeking revenues from ads. So basically, the traffic that you are buying, you don't really know what type of traffic you're buying. Hence, it's really difficult to monetize your traffic. And as there's a lack of shared identity, unless you're a very large corporate like Supercell and can have your internal systems and can have internal tags of your users and basically drive that traffic from one game to another game. Additionally, if we were to take a traditional publisher, his views on user acquisition and LTVs are very limited. So with Web3 gaming and even like Web 2.5 gaming, we not only have to focus on the lifetime value of a user within a mobile app, but we also have to accommodate that network lifetime value, right? Because now we have additional NFTs and additional tokens and other ways of our users to drive value towards the general company, even if they're not participating in the actual game. They're still very valuable because they have, they might do a lot of other actions. So what we're doing is we're partnering with Web2 and Web3 mobile game studios to integrate our BlockGames arcade. And it's a simple SDK integration that drives user growth and engagement. And basically, the way we're doing it is by unifying their player identities and by integrating certain loot boxes with certain rewards into the gameplay. And all of this is possible with our block token, which is a contribution token for their participation in the whole ecosystem. So basically, as mentioned, the product is fairly simple. It depends on the game developer and their requirements, how many functionalities and what type of functionalities they actually need. But in essence, basically, once integrated, you have this hovering WebView technology. WebView is basically, a browser page that sits on top of the mobile app. So the mobile app is in the background, and the WebView product sits on top. So it's a separate jurisdiction from the mobile app. So we don't need to as well comply with a lot of regulations that mobile apps do. So basically, once the user signs up, he has these 3 pages. These 3 pages are for us to drive user growth. So basically, within these pages, the first problem that we're solving is user growth by asking and rewarding our players to join another game, to do this quest in a third game. And basically, this way, we're driving traffic from one game of ours to another game. Additionally, we have loot boxes with certain rewards that are hidden in the gameplay, and they can unlock those rewards based on certain, again, backend data points that we discussed with the game developer. And those rewards, they boost engagement of the user. So they're oftenly are somewhere hidden in the gameplay so that the user is more incentivized to play, and then it's up to the game to sort of convert the user and make him a loyal client of the game. Additionally, we have other elements that help us sync and increases the velocity of the token as well, where the players are able to attend special tournaments with our token. They are able to play skill-based gaming, because a lot of our games are competitive online games. So there's an element of wagered fights where two players can join the match. They can both chip in with 100 tokens each, and the winner takes the whole pot, and we as a platform take the cut. So basically what we're building is a cross-chain, cross-game data protocol where we have a lot of mobile games that are individually published by other game developers, or even by us, like these games right here. And basically, whenever we drive more traffic to the games, we're able to create this self-sufficient value loop, because the more games the more high quality games we have, the more traffic we're able to generate, the more revenues we're able to convert, and then the more rewards we can allocate towards our ecosystem to make it grow. And additionally, what I specifically really like with this product is that we bypass the IDFA issue. So basically what we're doing is, once integrated, we gather the off-chain data. Off-chain data is the average session time, whether the player is a free-to-play player or he is a spender. We can extract that information and build a profile. And additionally, because we're a chain agnostic publisher, we're able to source his on-chain data. So additionally, support the off-chain data with the wallet information, whether he has NFTs, how does he interact with those NFTs, whether he has a lot of stablecoins in the wallet. And then we can really identify the ideal user archetypes for specific games. And then once we have that, we can monetize the game developers, because they will want to target that specific audience, and we have that audience in our ecosystem, so they will be able to create unique experiences, unique ads, and then they will be able to buy a traffic that is very relevant to them. So basically with this angle, what we're doing is we're bypassing IDFA. So IDFA is the Apple and Google Store issues by profiling the traffic once the acquisition has been done. And basically, with this whole business model, we're creating an ecosystem where BlockGames sits in the middle. And on one hand, we have game studios that contribute with player traffic, revenue share, and platform fees. So for that participation, we give them block rewards. And I'll come back to rewards and where they come from in a minute. But on the other hand, we have players who contribute with engagement, player data, with platform fees, and also for that contribution, we give them rewards. So we're incentivizing both parties to contribute and to engage with the whole ecosystem and the apps that are connected within. So mainly, the token utility is contribution token, and basically it acts as a buyback mechanism, because the whole contribution comes from the revenues that we make from our business model, and I'll come back to that in a sec. Additionally, platform access. So as I mentioned before, there are certain events, certain tournaments that the users can participate with block tokens. So there's also a sync there. And then we also have governance and staking, which is also a bit more unique, because we can really identify who are our core contributors, and then we can attach a more powerful voting rights for them as well. So the business model is fairly simple. So we have two sides that we can monetize. On one hand, we have game developers that want to acquire a very relevant traffic. So for that, we charge CPI fees, cost per install, and we also have different data points within the mobile, game backend. And then in the future, we want to have a revenue share deal with them as well, so that we would not just monetize them on cost per install basis, but also we would charge them when we acquire a relevant traffic, and then the traffic spends money on the in-app purchases as well. And then on the other hand, when developers are buying traffic, they're creating these rewards, and basically when players want to claim those rewards, they will have a cap on the rewards they can claim per week. So basically, let's say they can claim 3 rewards per week, and if they would have a subscription pass, which is $15 per month, they would be able to claim unlimited amounts of rewards. And this is the way we're monetizing both of the parties. And then portion of those revenues are going to contribution. Arcade Pass revenues, players' revenues go to developers part and CPIs, and when the users refer and generate traffic, portion of that goes to the developers. So basically, with this product, we're targeting Web3 and Web2 audiences. It doesn't really matter because it doesn't really matter, right? The main thing that matters is that the quality of the game is good, and we have high quality products connected to the whole ecosystem. All right, now we have more than 10 mobile tier 1 game developers joining the ecosystem. And through that, we have 600K monthly active users. Shatterpoint is the game that we're fully publishing ourselves. So the IP of Shatterpoint belongs to BlockGames. It's a highly reputable Web3 mobile game, which has close to 100K followers on socials. And we recently did soft launch in the US, and the initial metrics of the mobile app are very good. Retention rate day 1 is 35, day 7 is 14%, and cost per install is somewhere about $1.20. And for US, that's very, very cheap. And in general, it's a very high quality mobile game app for which we spent 18 months of 13 senior game developers building the game. So as I mentioned before, we have a parent company, a mobile game dev company that built it. So we have a relationship there. Additionally, Squad Alpha is another game of ours. It's a Web2 game, which is a pretty successful game. It generates close to 300K MRR, has 200K MAU. So it's a mid-core game and has a very good community as well. Additionally, other tier 1 Web3 games like Blast Royale, Planet Mojo, these are all joining the network. And basically, additionally, we have another angle. As we're chain agnostic, we're also going after chains and partner with them as well, because they have incentive to connect with us, because then their ecosystem of games can get exposure to the traffic that we have. And later on, once we have these initial games connected to the network, we will then proceed of integrating additional Web2 games and Web3 games. And we also have a deal with Astarte, our parent company, that we will connect those games as well. And those games cumulatively have 50 million monthly active users. And the roadmap for now is pretty clear. So we have the network is being launched on the 1st of July. We're launching the network across 3 games, Shatterpoint and 2 others. And then we will scale the network and the MAUs within the network for the following 3-4 months. And then we have a TGE Q4 this year. Additionally, we will also use our WebView product as a massive airdrop marketing tool to boost the presence and basically get our name out there. So after the TGE, then we'll kick off the integration of the remaining launch partners. And we have the team to do it as well. So me and Benas, we have been working together for the past 7-8 years now. Previously to BlockGames, we have built another tech company and sold it. I mean, raised money, scaled and sold successfully. It was in a completely different industry. Before that, Benas was working at Nike, and he built something similar to Cambridge Analytica for Nike, which has predictive analytics experience. I was in e-commerce, building various e-shops and scaling them. Also, we have Vitas, who is our CMO and co-founder as well. He's coming from Nordcurrent. Nordcurrent is the biggest mobile game publisher in the Baltics, and he was leading their publishing at the company, managing $100 million marketing budget and basically spending $350,000 on user acquisition per day. He launched 7 games. A few of them have hundreds millions of downloads. One has 500 million in downloads. Additionally, we have Mhaya, who is also a very high profile. He has worked at a couple of unicorns, and at one of that unicorn, he was a CTO, so Tesonet. He built NordVPN. So if you're using VPNs, you probably are using that product. So it's a cybersecurity unicorn. Additionally, he has built Aneba, which is a gaming marketplace, and he built that marketplace from scratch. That marketplace is currently doing 25 million in ARR. So we have the team, we have the experience in building and scaling tech products. We know what we're doing, and we're closing 3 million at 18 million post-money valuation. Additionally, there's a token warrant. So basically, 3 million at 18 post would grant you 10% of the total token supply. We already have the term sheet. The leading VC is SAG.com. You can look it up. It's a high-profile hedge fund which has a VC arm, and basically they're investing in making their gaming exposure larger. And they led TikTok a few years back. They have invested into KuCoin last year. Usually they invest into Series A, so it's also a VC that can follow up in the later rounds. Additionally, we have Cumberland, which is a leading market maker for Coinbase and for other exchanges. We have Aptos that are participating big in this round as well. We have OpenLoot, which is a company behind Big Time. We have 432 VC. We have Axie Infinity co-founders. We have MoonPay founding team members joining the round as angels as well. We have 432 VC, MapleBlock, Aquanow Invest, and basically out of the whole round, we have already closed 2.2 million out of 3. So we're nearly there. And I assume we will close the round in the next 2-3 weeks. So yeah, guys, that's it. Happy to answer any questions.
I'll keep rest because of the TownStory, so we didn't set the QA sessions.
Right. I mean, you will share my contact details probably with all of the investors in the call separately. So thanks for having me today, and hope you have a nice rest of the day then.
Yes, thank you for your sharing. That's very cool. And yes, thank you for all of you who stand to the last time of our meeting. Cool. And today's event will be come to the end. And if anyone who interested of any or today's 10 projects, please click through the connection collection link, which I have shared in the group, and please check for it. And so let's come to the end. And
quick question, will you be sharing the decks that were shared today in a folder? That will be amazing.
You mean today's 10 projects information?
I mean all the decks that were presented today. It would be good to have them in a folder so we can people can check them and then contact the right people for it.
Yes, I have shared that all information, including in one link, document link, the title as May 13th, Dealflow. See today's 10 project details here. Can you see it in our group?
Okay, I see now in the chat, right?
Yes, and you can click the document, and any project or 10 projects have listed in this sheet, and you can click the title and the deck. The title will be their website, official website, and the deck will be the speakers sharing today, so you can have more information about them. Thank you. And any problem? Also, so if not, so I will come to the end talking. Thank you all of you. Thank you, the speakers and the
Thank you.
stage. Yes, and the audience who accompanies for ABGA's showcase. All of you does a good job. And sorry for today's cough, and I'm not well today. And thank you for all the guests and friends. If you are interested in connecting with all of these teams, whether for investments or other forms of partnership, do not hesitate to contact anyone from ABGA or just scan the code on my background here and leave your message. Our team will help with the connections. And let me have a brief introduction about ABGA Startup Showcase. Startup Showcase will be hosted once a month. If you are a blockchain gaming, NFT, or Metaverse and would like to participate in our showcase and introduce your projects, please be aware of our official channel, or you can also click the May 13th Dealflow's link. The connection link and the registration link will also be listed in the sheet. Yes, and for our startup showcase, the next day in for June startup showcase will be planned in the late June, which also open for registration. Let's look forward to it. Except for the showcase, ABGA will also host various events in different countries and the regions this year, as we planned that 2023's Hackathons and the Blockchain Summit will be held in Singapore, September. And if anyone wants to join ABGA's event, please pay attention and contact us. And if you are interested in partnering with us regarding those events, please feel free to contact our teams as well. And yeah, that's all for today's events. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for your time. See you in next week. I'll see you in next month, sorry. Thank you, guys.
Bye.